But Shawn, stellarblade is too sexy. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad about myself. It makes me feel bad about the way I look and my life choices. What I can't change my life. Stellarblade needs to not be so sexy. Create art and then we put it out there in the world for people to, ingest, whatever, to digest.
Yeah.
I sincerely don't believe it's up to a creator to censor themselves, to police themselves.
Yeah.
And having to watch stepping on eggshells, watching every I gotta make sure I don't do this. Dude, you make art and you put it out there, and then it's up to the people to kind of interpret it, right?
Yeah, once it's out there, that's theirs. Yeah.
Well, that's what I believe. This whole thing with stellarblade and the controversy. I don't think it's even a controversy. I call it a non-troversy, dude. I know for a fact Korean people don't give a shit. To them, this is another cool video game, right?
Yeah.
But whiny ass Americans, okay, little bitch baby Americans are crying about this, saying, "Oh, but stellarblade, the women look so unrealistic, and it's gonna make normal women kill themselves."
Oh my gosh,
I've seen it on Twitter, yo. This shit is crazy.
Not just on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube channel, there's so many people been talking about that shit, bro. The stellarblade is gonna kill.
Is too sexy.
Yeah, it's gonna kill every single woman, every woman in the world.
First of all, your average women have a lot more to worry about than a video game. They need to fucking worry about what's out there on Instagram, on TikTok, on fucking Twitter.
The real woman, they don't give a about this game. They don't give a shit about this game. All right.
Because a lot of this comes from this hyper feminine the feminists that are in the video game industry and the media and the gaming journalist the game journalism. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That whole industry, which we all know has been taken over by a bunch of people who don't like playing video games because they can't beat most games on hard mode, okay? And they think that being a mandate at Kotaku, which we talked about before, a mandate coming down to making them actually play video games and make game guides that I gotta resign over this.
Stupid ass
before you become a game journalist, you should be able to play a game, beat games on the hardest difficulty. I think
you at least if you want to become gaming journalist, I mean, you need to first of all you need to complete the game.
If they were on Steam, their achievement has to be 100% on every video game. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not qualified to be a gaming journalist if you don't play games. I mean, what makes it different? What makes the game different from movies or TV shows, right? You have to interact with it. You have to be in it. You have to play the games, because you never know what it is.
But Shawn, stellarblade is too sexy. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad about myself. It makes me feel bad about the way I look and my life choices. I can't change my life. Stellarblade needs to not be so sexy. There's nothing I can do about my own decisions. This video game needs to change for the benefit of my feelings. Dude,
you man.
You know what the killer part about this was when they were real women don't look like this. Smash cut to them, the video game developers, scanning a real life woman that actually looks like that.
Yeah.
which is a Korean woman, by the way, because Korean women are sexy as hell. Everybody knows that. Okay, we have the best women in the world. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody else, they want to, copy all our beauty standards. And, dude, look, and I've said it before, we were talking about, what my opinion is regarding whether or not women should be able to burp in front of men and stuff like that. Just like basically, it's like
we were just joking, but
I was joking around, right? I mean, we were joking around and stuff, but I think it hits on a real issue for me where it's like a lot of women in America are too comfortable just being disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
I know. It's not just
women need to stop being so disgusting in America, and maybe stellarblade won't fucking hurt their feelings so much. I don't know. I mean, is that crazy?
All the Korean girls in Korea right now, right? Because there's some YouTube channel in Korea. What they're trying to do was they try to figure out what actual Korean girls think about this game, right? Do you know what their reaction was? Their initial response to that was "Oh, the girl is pretty. You're nice." I mean, I would actually, I don't really know much about this. I'm not a gamer, but I would actually want to play. But she's so pretty. They don't get insecure about "Oh, why this girl is too sexy? I want to kill myself."
Yeah, their first instinct wasn't to be a complete player hater.
9 out of 10, right? 9 out of 10 Korean girls, when they first look at it, when they look at this game, they get excited about it. They don't say why these girls are too sexy, why they're so sexual, whatever. They actually, their first reaction was to, I want to play this game. The main girl is pretty.
Can't just let video games be cool? By the way, IGN, that company IGN, they had to apologize to the game developer. America is full of spineless worms, I think. Rats. I mean, I know that sounds harsh. Yeah, just dumbass.
It's not.
They don't check. Well, I mean, it's just a lot. Look, we're talking about game journalists, but most journalists in America, they don't even like to check the facts. They just go off these stupid ass and oh, I heard this or whatever. You know what I mean? You and I, we're not journalists. We're not reporters. We're a couple of guys just sitting around kind of shooting the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're talking about people who are supposed to be journalists. That's their job.
Yeah, they get paid for it.
They went to school for that shit. They went to school for this shit, bro. Okay?
Why would you choose to be? Why would you choose to be gaming in journalists when you don't want to play games? I mean, it's just
remember,
to me it doesn't make sense, bro.
Remember, I was saying the one of the journalists, the one that was trying to cover the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff.
Yeah.
She actually used to be a webcam girl.
Oh yeah. OnlyFans, right?
Yeah. So
wasn't even OnlyFans.
I don't even. I don't know. Who gives a shit? She was fucking selling her body for money.
Yeah.
So these are the type of people that go into gaming journalism, and then they gotta be oh well, Batman's a little racist or some. I don't even know what some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad didn't go hard. They didn't girl boss enough. stellarblade is making real women want to kill themselves. Dude, that's the craziest thing I've heard about video games in a while, yo. Is and like I said, yo, there's so many other things out there that, I mean, first of all, a fucking gaming journalist that used to be in sex work or whatever, I call it prostituting. You know what I mean? They want to call it sex work. I mean, look, first of all, I have no problem with that. I mean, whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay, you want to be a hooker, be a hooker. I don't care. But how are you going to be a hooker or whatever, a webcam girl? Sorry, I know there's a difference. Okay, how are you going to be a webcam girl go into video game journalism, don't know shit about video games, don't even play video games, right? You want to make everything super political, and then after that, you want to, and while you're doing that, you want to like, you know, jump on the bandwagon of like trying to become like, oh my god, like this game is like sexualizing women. Bitch, what the fuck were you doing before you became a game journalist? What are you talking about?